All right. So this year, today we are supposed to discuss some important points related to management information systems. Today is the lecture two. Uh, the very first thing that I want to discuss is the module related information which I wasn't last week discussed. So the first important thing is it's 2 credits subject, and you know these are the learning outcomes after completing. You should be able to do right. The first one is describe the role of information technology and management information systems. So as you already know, up to now, it's not equal. Information technology is not something equals to management information systems, especially once it comes to information systems. Those are two different things in the current business environment or the current business settings. The second learning objective is define the role of enterprise system in organizations. So there are few business applications that we're supposed to discuss under this area. And the third one is discuss the development of MIS, especially under the cloud-based development or the implementations available in cloud environment. It might be hosted, it might be database, or it might be something else that related to the real world environment. Especially, it might be an implementation of data processing in a cloud. So there are different conditions and different things available under this case. And today we will discuss this continuous assessment CAs and in the semester exams. I found the textbook, not the latest one, the recommended textbook. I'll upload it today, or not the latest one, something a little bit older, one step older. If anyone found something which is most latest, please share it with your colleagues. If you like to share their module, you can share it with me, then I can upload, or you can share with Dr. Madhusha, then she'll upload, or someone else who is responsible. That's not a problem for me. Objective is sharing the knowledge. That's it. Now the evaluation is conducted like this. CAs are 50%. Okay, so I think that's okay with you. CAs are 50%. It's fine. And final assessment might be 50%. All right. So the CA 50 can be divided into few components in class quizzes, but this time we don't want to worry or bother too much about this is a in class quiz or something else. So it might be a set of quizzes simply. Sorry, it should be 5%. So sorry about that. This should be 5%, 5% each. So it might be like random quizzes, it might be MCQs, it might be something else, some simple quizzes. Don't worry too much. It's something set of easy quizzes. You can target 25%. And there's a research report. And today I'm supposed to discuss a little bit on this research report, something that related to MIS and some innovative thing. Implementation of the business, like new things. That's your main objective of your university module university curriculum. So the last one is presentation. You can create a small video and you can upload it. Not a big video, it might be 5 minutes of length is more than enough. 5 minutes of presentation is more than enough. I'll come to these two in the latter part. And the final assessment is 50%. That might be fair enough for you, right? For this case, I'm supposed to give more time because I know there are electrical issues, power cuts, power failures, a lot of issues are there. So no in class, especially until physical classes, there's no any in classes quizzes. So we'll give some time, like 2 to 3 days or 7 days. or even more than that to complete these quizzes. All right. Any questions regarding that? Is that okay? Anything needs to add? I'll upload the slide deck once I finish the session, right? Any questions? No, you're okay, right? All right. Now let's discuss this research report. This report is 20% worth. So give your effort for this. So what you have to do is you have to write a report. It might be not just a report. It might be like a research implementation or a research project. So something new. It might be not 100% new, at least a new concept. Theme is the transformation of organizational decision making through intelligent decision support. And this is the theme. On top of this theme, you can select any topic. I'm not enclosing you to, or I'm not scope down you, narrow down to a specific topic. You can have any topic and research on this. And these are some of example topics, but don't limit for these things. Some of examples to understand what you have tried. Organizational impact of the integration of intelligent decision support systems in decision making process. So this is one topic. So you can select this topic and write a comprehensive document. I think we have discussed not the last semester, right? First semester, how to process Word documents, especially. I think I have given an activity for IEEE template and complete it. So this document also should be in IEEE template. I think you have this IEEE template, and referencing should be there. Word count might be 5,000 words is more than enough. If you have something else, that's fine. Bare minimum should be 3,000, 5,000. So I think sufficient word count. Try to be more concise and add tables, images, and other stuff. Then the second topic is integration of intelligent decision support systems in a specific domain. So you can select one domain like resource management, energy, healthcare, production, distribution, customer relationship, accounting, supply chain, whatever a domain. Then how it integrates for decision supporting systems, intelligent decision supporting systems. How these intelligent supporting systems helps for these kinds of industry vectors. One of another suggested topic is novel tools and technologies. You can find what are the new tools and technologies to develop integrated AI in the loop or man in the loop decision tools. So there are two decision tools that you can find mainly. The first one is AI in the loop, or the other one is man in the loop decision tools. So you can select whatever a topic. If these three topics are like weird or something not match for you, that's fine. You can select your own topic, but it should be like transforming the organizational decision making process. Now you know the decision making processes are changing based on the data, and there are different technologies like AI, neural networks, and other stuff is in there. So all of these are transforming the decision taking or decision making process is going to change. It's happening now. It's continuously evolving with the time. So what you need to require is you have to discuss a specific topic, like how intelligent support systems helps for recruitment process, how the recruitment process is going to improve using intelligent support systems. Let me give some sort of example. If this is a topic, now if you have selected how to improve the hiring process. Now you can discuss, like you can automatically create an advertisement, or you can select automated tools to select the best matching profile. Then once a CV is received, you can ask you can create a system, decision supporting system, to select the core features. Like you can read the CV automated system. You can automatically read the system, read the CV, sorry, read the CV. Then what you can do is you can like that can be one of natural language processing related implementation, which suppose for the intelligent system. Then you can discuss a little bit further. Okay, once I receive a CV, I'm going to automatically read it and filter out the core features like the degree, bachelor's degree or master's, or it might be a PhD and some sort of other technical certifications or other stuff, and who are the non-related people, or the information related to non-related referees. So you can filter out these informations. Then the third point, you can tell, all right, according to some sort of criteria, you can create an automated email. All right, according to this university, this degree, and this kind of certification, if available, then automatically an email is fired to the candidate, okay, with a specific time allocation. Then you can tell, all right, this is the time allocated for you. Then if the candidate is approved, then automatically it's booked in the system. Then it backs again to the value chain of like creating a specific person. Then you can like come up with a new idea. You don't want to implement, you don't want to code it, you don't want to come up with a proper implementation. That's not a requirement under this MIS subject area, right? So if you can implement, that would be really great. Really appreciate if you can code it and you can come up with a proper prototype. That would be really great. But if you can't, that's fine. Just some sort of idea with a problem. Like problem is how to MIS helps to decision making for or take a hire the most suitable candidate, a process definition. So this is one situation how the intelligent support system can work. So you can take any industry vector. It might be healthcare, it might be like transportation, it might be travel and tourism, or food, or whatever domain. You can come up with a new idea, but your idea should be like confirmed with existing literature, existing research work. So give me let me give some sort of example for this case. Now I have selected CV automation process. Now the literature for this case is there is already developed natural language processing, NLP related like text reading for a CV. There are implementations available, and there are automated emails available. Now what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to connect all of these dots and come up with a new solution. That's it. You don't want to come up with a brand new idea and brand new solution, but some sort of new thing. Sometimes it might be already implemented in the real world, but it might be a small novel implementation is required. That's it. If your report is a good report, we can try for a journal article or a research paper or something. Then we'll try to move up to that level. But it depends on you. If it is like you are very enthusiastic and you are interested on finding these things and come up with, then you can do. Always you can get some sort of contact me and get some sort of idea or help or something. No worries at all. You can clarify your questions in an email. I think you all have my email and mobile number. You can send an email and clarify some important things. That's fine. So I can give help to create this report, and you can submit it May 15th around. So I think sufficient time, 1.5 months available. May 15th is a good day. So you can write a complete report, a comprehensive document. I'll create a place to upload. Then you can submit it. All right. If you have any questions, you can ask via chat. There are a few questions. It's an individual assessment. So individually you have to submit it. Minimum word count, we'll take it 3,000, and 5,000 is expected. But if it is, make sure to not more than 8,000, because if it is 8,000, it might be a double of work for me. So 3,000 to 5,000 is good. Why it might be 7,000? Okay, 3,000 to 7,000 is more than enough. Don't go beyond that. It might be trouble for me. All right. So it's an individual again. Yeah, you can talk about machine learning, deep learning solutions under the topics. That's fine. Guidelines in the sense what I have spoken here. I think that's more than enough. It should be IEEE formatted. That's more than enough. Any other guidelines? I don't think so. It's not stricted for specific guidelines. Add some images, add some architectural diagrams, add some tables, graphs, and other stuff for an analysis. So it's mandatory to like confirm your work. It's an open report, right? It's an open report. You can decide what kind of a report. It might be a case study even, right? You can select a specific company, then you can speak how that company has improved the business using intelligent support systems, right? Yeah, you can take any topic. The only consideration is it should be under the scope of how that topic is supposed to improve the organizational decision making process. That's it. Using intelligent support system. That's all. That's the only thing that you should be covered. You can have any topic, like there are case studies like cucumber, one of farmer, a cucumber farmer, improve the business using a intelligent support system, intelligent decision support. Right. So this might be a little bit weird topic, but I think that's fun for you. Right. As I'm always telling, don't work for marks. Just do it for you. Research new things. What are the things in decision making process related to your domain? Right? Those things you can think. This is very open-ended question. It's not specified. It's not restricted your specific thing. It's very open. So I'm not getting like getting into a trouble if you are writing a case study or just some sort of analysis. That's fine even. So it's just a simple report. That's it. You can select, yes, you can select any company and how that company use decision, how this company use this decision supporting systems or intelligent decision support for enhance their business. That's all. Then you can write a small case study. ABC company has started this thing, and they have found these mismatches available. Then they have developed this kind of information system, and finally they have achieved this kind of business goal, this business profit. So that's more than enough, right? That's more than enough. That kind of implementation is more than enough. You can select a company, or if you don't have a company, no worries at all. You can have some sort of assumptions. You can assume there's a company called ABC. Then this is a new process. No worries at all. Yeah, you can have brainstorming. That's good. So you can select any domain. Not the business currently using. How the decision support, how this what we call intelligent decision support can improve the business. That's the topic. That's the main topic. How this intelligent decision support can be improved the business. It might be financial sector, it might be human resource, it might be supply chain, or any other factor. That's fine. Clear? Anything else? Still doubts? ප්‍රශ්නේ පැහැදිලිද ඔයගලන්ට? ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මොකක් හරි කම්පැනි එකක් හරි කේස් ස්ටඩි එකක් හරි හොයාගෙන මොකක් හරි ඉම්ප්ලිමන්ටේෂන් එකක් හරි හොයාගෙන ඔයගලන් ඩිස්කස් කරන්න ඕන කොහොමද මේ ඉන්ටෙලිජන්ට් ඩිසිෂන් සපෝට් කියන එක හෙල්ප් කළේ මේ බිස්නස් එක ඉම්ප්‍රූව් වෙන්න. ඒක case study එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ company එකක සිදුවීමක් අරගෙන ඒක explain කරනවා. මේ වගේ එකක් තිබුණා කියලා. හැබැයි ඒ වගේ එකක් තියෙනවා නම් evidence දෙන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ABC company එකක් තියෙනවා. හරි අපි හිතමු මොන හරි Unilever company එකේ කොහොමද business improve වුනේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ reference book එක බලන්න reference book එකේ case studies ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ case study එකක් වුණත් කමක් නැහැ. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට propose කරන්න පුළුවන් new system එකක්. ඒක hypothetical වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක දැනට ඉම්ප්ලිමන්ට් කරන්න කෝඩ් කරලා ඉම්ප්ලිමන්ට් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. hypothetically කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ වගේ සිස්ටම් එකක් මම ප්‍රොපෝස් කරනවා කියලා. ඒ වගේ සොලියුෂන් එකක් දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. පැහැදිලිද? ඒ ක්‍රම දෙකටම කොයි වුණත් කමක් නැහැ. නැත්තම් වෙන විදිහක් ඔයගලන්ට තියෙනවා නම් මේ කතන්දරයම කියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකේ ගැටලුවකුත් නැහැ. ඔයගලන්ට කොයි විදිහකට හරි මේ ඉන්ටෙලිජන්ට් ඩිසිෂන් සපෝට් කියන එක කොහොමද ඕගනයිසේෂන් එකේ ඩිසිෂන් මේකින් ප්‍රොසෙස් එක එන්හාන්ස් කරගත්තේ කියන කතන්දරය තමයි කියලා අවසන් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ. ඒකට මතකද රෙෆරන්සස් දාන්න, ඇනලයිසිස් එකක් දෙන්න හොඳට. මෙන්න මේ හේතු නිසා මම කියනවා කියලා. හයිපොතටිකලි මම කියනවට වඩා මොන හරි රීසන්ස් එක්කලා දෙනකොට අපිට තියෙනවානේ රෙෆරන්ස් එකක් එක්කලා. හරි. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මම මේකේ සාම්පල් එකක් එවන්නම් මේ වගේ කරපු එකක සාම්පල් එකක් ළමෙක් කරපු එකක්. මම එවන්නම්. ඕකේ එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පොඩි අයිඩියා එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් මේක කොහොමද උනේ කියලා. ඒක අපි නම් පබ්ලිෂ් කරන්න ඉන්නේ ඒ report එක. මේ ඒකේ පොඩි කොටසක් මම එවන්නම් ඔයගලන්ට. මේ ඒක ළමයි කියපු සාම්පල් එකක. උඹලන්ට ලියන්න පුළුවන් වචන ගන්න ලියන්න කැවුලක් නැහැ. 3000 words වගේ වෙන්න ලියන්න. 3000 වලට වැඩියෙන් ලියන්න. 5000 වගේ ටාගට් එකක් තියාගෙන ලියන්න. Clear? You can select any topic. You can select any topic. It should be not specified for these three. I have just suggested these three. If you like, if you don't like, no worries at all. Clear? ඔයගලට කරන්න තියෙන වැඩේ? Any questions? No. You can have what we call questionnaires for data gathering, or you can have and interviews with domain expertise, or you can have a site visit and collect information, right? So lot of openings are there. Yeah. So in the topic, can we take particular company and include in the system they use? Yes, you have to include the system they used. It should not be like take photos and other stuff, right? They might be really fear to share their private assets because these are business assets. It's not good to take it out. Just draw the high level diagram, how the system works and how the intelligent decision supporting systems can support for enhancing this business process, or what are the enhanced processes after this decision process, after the implementation of intelligent decisions. Clear? All clear? All right. So May 15th, sufficient? Need more time? I don't think so. May 15th. You have almost 1.5 months. May 30th. All right. May 30th. All right. It's confirmed, right? So you have 2 months almost. You have 2 months almost to complete. It's more than enough to complete this activity. It should be follow the case study structure. If you are doing a case study, then you have to follow that case study structure. Plagiarism less than 10. 20% plagiarism is a big value. 10 is more than enough. 10 to 15 is more than enough. If it is above 15, you might get into trouble now, because you people are not first years now, right? So you people are not the first years now. You are well-grown people. So it's not something like very flexible like previous time. It might be a little bit tough. Last time, that's fine. Right? It's plagiarism is up to 20, even 30 is adjustable. But in this case, now you are ready to graduate in next year. So it might be not something simple. So take this serious and write this report. Right for you. not for the marks. I'm always telling not for the marks. Write this for you and understand what are the concepts. I come up with a new idea. Those things should be there. Innovative and always be extraordinary. So these are very subjective, right? So don't get upset for any reason. So that's why I'm always telling, don't think about these marks. It's very subjective. Okay. Right. If it is clear, we'll go to the recap. Last week we have discussed the information technology. Now, information technology refers to any computer-based tool people use to work with information and for information processing. And contrast to information systems are be more specified and focusing on collecting, processing, storing, analysis, and dissemination of information. It's focused on a specific. Information system is more specific topic. It might be domain specific, it might be language specific, it might be business specific, it might be company specific. So a lot of specificities are there. And here CIO is the top role in IS career. So this is just additional information for you. And the purpose of information systems has been defined as getting right information to the right people at the right time, in the right amount, and in the right format. So this is the purpose of information systems. So you have to take right information to the right people. What does that mean? It means if you want to take a signature for an approval, so you have to share the correct information or the relevant information with the relevant authorized person at the right time. If it is a very busy time, if you are sharing that document, it might be not the perfect time, at the right amount and the right format. So you should be share. It might be a memo, it might be a letter, it might be some another official email, right? The right amount. So this is one of the example that I have given. What is this? Right information, right person, at the right time, and the right amount, and the right format. Okay. So the purpose of information system is like similar kind of thing. You have to implement similar kind of structure or method. All right. Then data items refer to elementary. So what is data? I'll do a latter part today. The latter part quickly I go through that. A simple discussion on this data and information. I think it's clear, but I just go through again and have a small discussion on this data and information. Information refers to data that have been organized so that they have meaning and value. So there's a meaning for someone else. Last time I have given an example where like the index numbers, for your index numbers, yeah, for someone else it might be just 20 something. It's just set of numbers. There's no value. For me there's a value because I can uniquely identify a person. This knowledge transformation process, next week is supposed to have a more detailed discussion on this data, information, and knowledge retrieval and the knowledge gaining process. But just skimming out, this knowledge consists of data and information. Especially, there might be O and operation information that have been organized and processed to convey understanding, experience, accumulated learning, and expertise as they apply to current business problem. So they're supposed to discuss important things where the patterns are generated, or it might be some sort of structural information generated, or it might be predictive value, predicted information or predicted data can be found. So the knowledge process or knowledge definition process might be discussing next week. Network is a connecting system. It might be wired or wireless in different computers. For this case, I'm not or under this subject area we supposed to have bare minimum discussion because I have given the lecture on this. Sometimes you might have a separate session, I'm sure. Let's see. Under this networking and connecting, so I'm pretty sure you have good understanding on IPv4, IPv6, and how these networks, routers, every protocol, like nearly almost the things that a business student should understand is in your head. If it is missed or loose from your head, it's a heads up or head start. Go and have these kinds of topics again. It's coming back to you. Procedures are the instructions for combination the above components. Now, what's a procedure? Procedure is a structured or set of information that flows from one end to another end, having different components of processing information. If I give an example for processing, once it comes to production, there are a lot of processes from raw material to manufactured item. As an example, if you are taking soap, the soap is created with while we are having different natural products and some sort of chemicals. So everything flowed in a proper manner. If something gone wrong, it's rejected. If one chemical is gone wrong, the entire process might be get into a trouble. So it's very important that the instructions for combining above components to process information generate desired output. At the end of the day, we are supposed to get some sort of valuable output. As an example, again, if I give some sort of example here, what you have to do is you have to think a situation where what we call tsunami sensors. So this is a special procedure to follow. These sensors should generate data, and it should acquire by a specific another set of sensors, and there should be an automated alert system. This alert system should disseminate this information throughout the country in a very short period. So these kinds of valuable things are there. If the tsunami sensors are not working in a situation where we are having this tsunami, there's a problem, isn't it? There's a problem. So definitely what we have to do is we have to follow these procedures. Any place there's a specific procedure to follow. It might be educational structure. As an example, if there's an assessment submission, there's a specific procedure to follow. We have to adhere regardless of the position. So though I'm the teaching panel or the lecturer in this subject, I have set of rules to adhere. Since you are a student, you have set of rules to adhere. There's a procedure everywhere. There's a procedure always. If we follow the procedure, there might be bare minimum issues. People use hardware and software interfaces with it or utilize its output. So now you have good understanding about these things. Now, last week we have completed up to this level. I think you all have gone through the reference book also. Please go through the reference book each week. There might be one or two components that you need to understand, but read the entire book. I'll follow as much as I can under this reference book. I'll share the next book also today, so you can go through that book also. That's the official reference book. Any questions? There's a question. This module is only theories. Obviously, this module is mainly focusing on theories. Since it's quite lazy, that's why I have selected this book from Wiley. So there are some activities to do, some interesting activities like Excel and other stuff. Right? We'll do that activities unless it might be quite boring. So 100% theoretical subjects are quite boring for students. I know that. To avoid that, we'll do small icebreaker today even. I have a question to you to do in the class. Not a big question, like simple Excel work and other stuff. So there are no much practicals, just simple subject related practicals are there. There's another question. Reference style APAO IEEE. So you can go through AP, if it is APA7, no worries at all. Or Harvard, or IEEE, whatever. That's fine. IEEE is my preference, but if you are much comfortable with APA7, so you can go through APA7. That's fine. Or even Chicago or something, that's fine. But my preference is IEEE. It's not restricted again. Clear? Right. Let's come to the discussion which we have to discuss today. There are different types of information systems used by organizations. So set of examples are here. We'll go through one by one quickly. Functional area information systems, transaction processing systems, ERPs, office automation, MIS, decision support systems, expert systems, executive dashboards, supply chain, e-commerce. If I'm specifying more over this, e-commerce systems we are specifically discussing separately. Supply chain we are separately discussing. And DSS, decision support systems, MIS, we are supposed to have a separate discussion. ERPs and TPS, so these topics we have to discuss separately in detail. This topic I have given for you as an assessment, so you can learn. Dashboards are quite simple and easy to understand. Even you can do a self-study, including office automation system. There are the latest office of automation systems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this. It's not specifically office automation, but quite related to CRM, customer relationship management. There's a Microsoft certification. Let me check the possibility to share with you also. Then you can do the certification and you can grab marks, additional 20 around. Right? I'll check the possibility. Then you can grab 50 out of 50 for your CS quickly. If I am allocating 20% for that, then almost you have 70%. You have to take only required to take only 50. There's a high possibility to get 50 out of 50 and go for a A+. Right? We'll see the possibility and I'll check it later. Here we'll see functional areas. Now, what are these functional areas? Functional areas are the activities doing in an organization in simple manner. Function is supports the activities within specific functional area. An example is payroll. It's a specific, there's a specific objective. Payroll. That's it. There's no any two or more objectives. It's just a one single objective. Another example, a recruitment. It's another functional area. It's a one single objective. Our objective is recruit the highest possible or the most applicable or the highest confident candidate for the organization. That's it. So that's an example. These are the functional areas. Functional areas are the areas that applicable for an organization for a specific task. That's a specific functional area. That's it. If I explain a little bit further, if I take HR, human resource, so there are a lot of paths available. I'm not an expertise in HR, but one of path is client or the candidate hiring. This is a one single function area. This is a function area, but HR is HR consists of multiple functional areas. Finance or administration or any other department consist of these functional areas. Lot of functional areas related to information systems. Then transaction processing systems. I'll discuss later on these things, ERPs and other stuffs, but you can go through now. I'm just giving a heads up all the time. Then you can go through and understand much. Office automation systems. Now, what are these office automation systems? These are supportive products. developed under these information systems to improve individuals or the groups. Nowadays, you can see a given document can collaboratively involve with many people. It might be a cloud implementation like Google Doc, or it might be shared in OneDrive and shared among your friends, and everyone is typed together. Or it might be Office 365 online document, whatever, a collaborative document. There are a lot of daily tasks that we can automate and minimize the human effort and minimize the unwanted work or unwanted activities. Then MIS, it's a specific area. We'll see it's at the end of the day. DSS, expertise systems, executive dashboards. Now, what are these executive dashboards? These executive dashboards are simple implementations that represents very complex set of data. As an example, if I draw a simple line chart, now this is how an organization grow from 2000 onwards to 2022. Right. So this is the year, this is the profit. This is the profit. Net profit will take, regardless of the figures, just looking at this, you can understand, all right, there are a lot of increments from 1 billion to 10 billion around, then 10 billion of increment. These two numbers are more than enough. And you can understand, all right, there's a one big place that improved a lot. And there's a big jump in this year. All right. And it's a flat now. No much improvement. So it represents a big set of information. Regardless of all the complex things, this can easily interpret to someone else. And even someone can easily understand what is happening here. So these are the dashboards. A lot of dashboards are there. Once you join to industry, definitely you will find a lot of dashboards. You are coming daily task completion, or it might be technical side, the server performance, or like deployment schedules, and a lot of things might be there. Right. So these are the dashboards. And supply chain and electronic e-commerce, I'll discuss later on. Myself or someone else will say. We'll discuss these things later on, how it works on this MIS area. So what you all need to understand is these are the core topics that related to management information systems. So go through these topics and understand each and every one. All right. The next one is the information technology in an organization. If I take this simple structure, a simple design, you can see there are mainly three components available. The IPT components, IT personnel, and IT services. So all of these three components are known as IT infrastructure. It might be service, it might be personnel, it might be components. What are these components? It might be hardware, it might be software, it might be networking. And what are these personnel? It might be outsourced developer, or it might be in-house developer, or it might be quality assurance engineer, or any other one. Then what are the IT services? It might be a cloud hosted service, third-party API integration, or it might be some sort of like information technology related software integration, right? Software service that providing for us. So apart from that, management, information technological management services like project management. So all of these are services. Third-party audit tools, third-party information technological audit teams. All of these are under this umbrella of IT services. Now, on top of these three services or the IT platform, mainly there are two components available: transaction processing system and enterprise planning system, resource planning. I'll give very simple description on these two today, the next slide, and you may be able to understand what are these ERPs and TPSs away. And here the information system pillars. In any given organization, there are few pillars like accounting information systems, financial and production, marketing, HR. So these are the common pillars in an organization. These pillars supposed to help for the business, but all of these are on top of information technology. If I ask a question like, I'm not an accounting expertise. Now, give a software that you are using in accountancy. Anyone? I think there are commerce students, right? Any software that you have used for accounting? Any easy software? I'm not an expertise. Can someone please? Accounting software. Yes, there are answers. We'll see. One answer is Tally, and another answer is QuickBook. Sage. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Sage, S-A-G-E. Thanks. There are answers. I'm not sure, right? Your friends are sharing this information. And anyone who have some sort of experience in finance software? Finance software you have used? Any software for finance? Finance softwares? No? Why is that so? No softwares for them. Marketing, human resource. Marketing, human resource. Any softwares that you have used? Anyone? Marketing. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of tools for marketing. Not sure 100%, but I'm pretty sure. Anyone like completed SIM or something? No. No softwares available in your head. Okay. HR? Still not. All right. No worries at all. Somehow, each and every, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure all of these pillars required to have much robust implementation in an organization. It's must. If there's a no software for any pillar, it's a huge problem. If there's a problem, accounting pillar might be destroyed, then the entire structure might be destroyed. So it's mandatory to have softwares for these things. There's another my possible account. Thank you. Right, somehow, finally, the business intelligence systems and dashboards. Now, BI, business intelligence, at a glance, most of the people believe it's business intelligence instead of dashboards. But it's not the truth. There are a lot of things, a lot of implementations beyond these dashboards. Dashboards is one of key aspect, obviously, yes, under the business intelligence, but there are more. Somehow, I need to give the insight or the value or the power of information system in an organization there to manage all of these features. Now, I'll come to these two, why I have skipped these two for this case. The enterprise resource planning and transaction processing systems. Let me go to the next slide and I'll come back, right? Here, two information systems that support entire organization. So you can see ERP and TPS, enterprise resource planning systems, and the transaction processing systems. So it's supposed to the entire organization, all of these pillars. So all of these pillars are on top of this. Though the resource planning happens in here, though it's built, the base is information technology or the IT. The base is IT. On top of IT, transaction processing systems are there. And ERP is supposed to manage all of these resources throughout the organization. It might be accounting resource, it might be finance, it might be marketing, regardless of the pillar. So these two components, what are these two components? ERPs and TPSs are applied for throughout in an organization. You may see enterprise resource planning systems and transaction processes are designed to correct lack of communication among functional area ISs. So what are these functional areas? It might be, we'll take an example, human resource. He's supposed to hire a person, a specific person. It's a functional area, specific functional area. Now what we are going to do, we are collecting CVs. We are collecting CVs, set of CVs. And one person got hired. The entire interview process is completed. Then one person got hired. Finally, now, if this information is not updated throughout these finance, accounting, and even like production operations where the business operations happens, sometimes even marketing. If these pillars are not updated, what would be happen? It's not communicated. Now what would be happen? One person joined to the organization, no salary at all, because finance isn't updated. It might be a problem. It might be a huge problem. Accounting, this person worked a lot, but no salary. It's a problem. So now you can understand, to avoid these issues, these functional lack of communication among functional areas. Now these two ERPs, especially ERP is supposed to connect these functional areas. We'll see how these are connecting. ERPs are spanning functional areas, ISS. ERPs was important innovation because various functional areas are often developed standalone systems. Now, I just ask few questions. I just ask a question. Accounting software. Accounting software. It's just focusing on a specific functional area. That's it. It's just focus on a specific functional area. That's it. It's not going to interrupt to the others. Now, I'm not sure what are the tally. One of example is given, right? Tally, if I'm not mistaken. Tally. Tally is not going to interrupt this. Incorrect, correct, right? Human resource, not sure, 100% somehow. This account is not supposed to interrupt a bit for this human resource. If it is integrated with human resource, that means the problem is solved. I will explain it a bit further. Now, tally, under this tally software, I'm not much understanding on this accounting, very low knowledge, even less than 0.00001. Only what I know is there's double blind to double truths or something, not sure. Even it's very confusing for me, something like, I'm not sure, so double layer or something, not sure. In accounting, there's a specific term, right? Double book or something, I'm not sure. Something, somehow. Now, if there's some resource, anyone? Double entries. Yeah, that's double entries. Thank you. It's double entries. It's very confusing for me, right? I had just tried to, because I have worked in one of insurance company, software development under this insurance company. They are always trying to have this double entries. It's very confusing. I give up and leave. Right? It's very confusing. It's annoying for me. Right? These double entries. I have no idea now. So somehow it's a disturbance for me. That's fine. Now here, this software is supposed to have these double entries. Not sure how many entries are there, double entries in here. Now, if there's an effect for this human resource. That means if this hired person information is going to be mapped in here, then no worries at all. There's a person hired for the organization. All right, there's a person hired for the organization. Now there's a software in here. There's a software in here. Now this person is joined to the organization. Now this person is eligible for their salary. So the accounting person's creating the salary slips for this person, or finance. I'm not sure whether accounting or finance. One of them creating that. Then what happens in here? This person's information should be updated in here. If this person's name is M, then M's details should be there. If it is not in there, there might be a problem. To avoid these kinds of problems, the ERPs are there. ERP is supposed to maintain one single database to carry out all the things. Now, what is this? All of these things. Now, Oracle ERP. Now, give a try for this Oracle ERP. They are hiring or human resource process. There are modules available. Human resource module, finance module, and so on and so forth. This ERP is supposed to have a one single big database. There are modularized database too. That's fine. These databases are connected. If a person is hired, the system updated means the database is updated. The database is updated. If the database is updated, then the finance having understanding, all right, there is a person joined to the organization. This person's salary is required to be processed from today onwards. Clear? That's why these ERPs, the standalones, are connected. ERP systems resolve this problem by tightly integrating the functional areas in ISS via common database. A single common database or a shared database solves this problem, but it makes another set of problems which is out of our scope. Computer science students might be do that. Don't worry, for your scope, you don't want to worry. That's the problem of computer science students. They'll solve all of these database related problems. You don't want to solve these problems. There are a set of students to solve these problems, and there are a set of practitioners, there are a set of professions to help these problems. What you all need to do is you have to understand that ERP is a system that connects all of these individual functional areas by using a one big database. That's more than enough. The next point is transaction processing, or TPS. Now, these transaction processing systems are supposed to monitor, collect, storage, and process of data. Organization basic business transactions. Now, these are the basic transactional points. Now, what are these transactional points? Transaction is anything that changes the firm's database. Anything, it might be anything. I will give an example. There is a person joined to the organization. The system got updated. That means there's a change in the system. That means it's a transaction. This person worked 1 month and this person got a salary from the organization. Organization requires to keep a record. This much amount is transferred to this person's account. That means there is a transaction happened. Not only that, this person worked 2 years. Now this person eligible for a promotion. Now what happens? He got promoted to the next level. Now what happens? The system got updated. Anything that change firm's database, This person got promoted. So simply the system got updated or the database got updated. That means the promotion, one of promotion is a transaction. Do you got the point? All right. So all of these transactional processing systems are based on these transactions. Especially these transactions are having a special kind of consideration that's known as real time or streaming updates are there. ERP systems and TBS function primarily within single organization. Now, both of these contexts. Now, I'm pretty sure you have some sort of understanding what is an ERP and what is a TPS. Both these functional areas or both these activities are within a single organization. But in the current era, single organizational implementation is insufficient. It requires to be more than one organization. So it's required to be expanded to another set of organizations, which is known as inter-organizational information systems, IOSs. Inter-organizational information systems are connected with multiple layers. As an example, there might be suppliers, there might be another set of external businesses, or it might be set of customers. This is your organization. This is your organization. These suppliers are connected to the organization. There's a specific supply chain management process to be followed to optimize the resources and optimize your business profit. Because if you do not follow the proper supply chain management processes, it might be a problem because you might be purchased something for a big cost. Somehow there might be suppliers who supply the thing. Then the information flows from one end to another end. There might be the online orders or it might be payments. Similar kind of things are there. Business to business or B2B businesses are available. Again, set of processes are there. The last point, there are a set of processes defined for customers. Customers are the one of highest influencing factor in an organization, whether it's success or a failure. The business is a success or a failure. There are online orders, payments, digital products, and so on and so forth. A lot of things are there. And CRM, customer relationship management, is supposed to help for all of these to improve the business customers relationship. Give me an example for this a method, a simple method. Anyone? Any simple method that almost all the organizations follow for enhanced customer relationship. Any example? An example to enhance the customer relationship. No need very deep explanation, simple explanation. How to enhance customer relationship? No ideas? Simply automated emails to remind about previous purchases. Yeah. Automated emails about promotions. Yeah. Usually SMS. Yeah, promotional SMSs. Yes, obviously it's a one method. Loyalty cards. Yes, loyalty cards are one of nice implementation to enhance the customer relationship. Product reviews, obviously. Product reviews are a good idea. Have customer relationship. All right, thank you. So all of these things supposed to have an organization to be connected with their customers, because they don't want to lose their customers. They want to enhance their customer base all the time. That's the reality. In any given organization, they don't want to lose any of customers. They'll struggle. They try to keep one customer. All right, clear? Right. Now, a little bit further discussion on this. What are these information systems that connect two or more organizations? Simple examples are supply chain, e-commerce. An organization supply chain is the flow of materials, information, money, and services from suppliers to raw material suppliers. Raw materials through factories, warehouse to the end customer. So it's a big process. Supply chain management is a big process. I'm not an expertise in this area, but basics I have, very, very basics in my head. They want to optimize the time to deliver. They want to deliver the most fresh products with minimum cost. The minimum cost they want to share. This is the supply chain. We will discuss it a bit further in future sessions. And e-commerce, a lot of products are there. E-commerce products. Now, how these two are connected or inter-organizational information systems. Now, as an example, supply chain, there is a farm. There's a farm. This farm has a specific set of order records. As an example, we'll take carrot. Right? We'll take carrot, 1,000 kilograms, delivered to ABC Private Limited. Now, ABC Private Limited used to record this data. There was transferred or sent 1,000 kilograms or 100 kilograms for us. So what they are supposed to have is supposed to record this data, 100 kilograms of carrot available in our organization. At the end of the day, we can calculate the profit from this. Similarly, they also can calculate. Clear? Now, these are two organizations. These are two organizations, but those two organizations are interconnected. Supplier is supposed to give the required product or service. Now, in simple terms, these are interconnected. How e-commerce can help? Very simple. If you want to sell a product internationally, what you all need to do, your company should have a website. That website must display the products to be sold. Simple. So it confirms it's an e-commerce platform. There might be some another organization is supposed to discuss with this organization and share, all right, we'll share this business among us. So you can supply these amounts. I'll purchase from you all of these things. Simple. So you can understand now there are inter-organizational systems or organization systems within an organization. Then there are inter-organizational information systems Connected more than one organization system. Sorry, connected more than one information system. There are some examples like supply chain and electronic commerce. You can go through the case study in the reference book. It's available in a model. So you can go through and understand, or you can go through these simple questions. There are a lot of questions available. You can try all of these. If you got stuck, you can contact me. I'm really like to help you. And there might be some answers also for these quizzes. If you find it online, you might find these answers too. But do not hesitate to contact me. Send an email regards the question that you have. Then I can give the maximum help to you. I supposed to have a small in-class activity for 10 minutes. Sorry for that. I can't do it today itself. Right? So you can do it your free time, your leisure time. You can complete this activity. I'll share this slide deck with you, and you can share the answers with me. I'm not stuck into here for 10 minutes. I'm moving towards here the information system support for the business. How IT supports for the business. It's a big process. You can see, you can understand. There are a lot of things happen from one cycle to another cycle, especially once it comes to business environment pressures, because every day there's a pressure, business environment pressure, or it might be organizational performance response. Somehow, there are three main components available: the social, technology, and the economic for the market. So these three factors supposed to help to minimize these business environmental pressures. We'll see one by one. Before that, there are two main components: business process and organizational responses. These two are the major implementations that information technology supports for the business. Simply, information technology transfers or transforms to an information system. Information technology transfers or transforms to information system. There are mainly three types of business pressures available: market pressure, technology pressure, and societal. We'll go through one by one quickly. What is business pressure? It's generated by global economy. So usual situation, global economy. Nowadays we have in this experience, right? Well, we are now well expertise in this global economy related business pressures. Anyone having idea the price of what we call dollar is going to sell today price? Gold, £1 price. $150. Gold is 150. All right, 150,000. Global economy. Global economy. Intense competition. The changing nature of the workforce. Powerful customers. Now you might see there are troubles, definitely. Powerful customers for us. Sellers, like buyers. One of Russia is one of big customer for Sri Lanka. We have some experience, right? They have stopped one item. It impacts for our economy. powerful customers. Changing nature of workforce. How the workforce is going to change. Prior to COVID, everyone visited a business place and doing their work and leave. Now, everyone staying at home, nearly everyone is staying at home and doing their work. Before the COVID, we are going to the organization around 9:30, sometimes 10, rarely 9 o'clock, and leaving 5:30. But now the situation is changed. Most of the organizations are having their initial or stand-up call at 8 a.m. And they're supposed to give more and more work up to even 6 o'clock. It's a very profitable for the business people. Let them to work from home. You minimize their time. You minimize their traveling time, their preparation time, their lunch hour. Everything is under the now business owner's head. It's good for a business. It's not only for the business owner, but also for the workers. They have more relaxation. They have time to enjoy with their family. Not tired at all, because it's traveling, especially once it comes to Colombo. 1.5 hours traffic, definitely from 5:30 to 6, quite hard evening traffic. But now the change of nature of workforce is going to change. It's changing actually. It's changing. Drastically, it's changing. Now, these changes creates the business pressure in and out. It might be add or subtract. Initially, the project managers are really fear to allow the people to have working from home. Now, project managers understood, all right, there's no any problem, everything is going smooth, so it's profitable. The next point, the globalization. It's interconnected world. Now we are in an interconnected world. How this interconnected world helps for the business, or it creates a business pressure for the business. I'll give an example for you to understand. Now think the situation. Now you are purchasing one, what we call a T-shirt for your Avrudu session, the New Year festival. How many of you purchase from Alibaba or eBay or some other product? How many of you? Not a Sri Lankan, an international market. How many of you purchased? Yes, there's a 1, 2, all right, 3, all right, only 3, 4, all right, that's it, right, almost. It's nearly 100 students or 75 students. 4 students. Now some of you haven't told anything. That's fine. But I'm pretty sure at least 5 to 10% now international products or e-commerce based products are influencing for purchasers. You might purchase very low cost. This globalization opens this business pressure. It's a pressure for the local business. Not only for that, it's communicate, collaborate, cost of labor. Once it comes to cost of labor, the business pressure is going to up or down. Why US, UK, Australia, all of these rich countries having or investing information technology or software products in Sri Lanka? The very first thing is the quality. We have very high quality products producing, globally recognized. The second one is it's cheap than having their in-house development. If they try to implement a software development in their country, it might be very expensive. The labor cost is too high compared to Sri Lankans or Indians, especially Indians having a low quality. That's some another story, but somehow they also maintaining the quality. The latter part, the cost of the labor is the important thing. So it has high impact on this. The technological pressures, there are a lot of technological pressures are there. Information overloaded. New products, technological products are implemented day to day, day by day. So it influences for the business for throughout. All of these widgets are implemented by this IS sector. Then the societal, political, legal pressures, a lot of pressures available. Ethical issues, terrorist attacks. We can't give 100% guaranteed. There's no any terrorist attack in any country. It might be 199.999%, but we can't give 100%. There are situations all over the world. There are terrorist attacks. Government rules and regulations. I just heard some new regulations to be implemented in Sri Lanka even to avoid these economical crisis and other stuff, but not sure. Is that true or false? It might be fake news even. Somehow, all of these are creating pressure for us. Finally, now, if there are a lot of pressures around the business should take sufficient actions to avoid or minimize these pressures. One such important concept is known as competitive advantage. Now, what's the meaning of competitive advantage? I'll give an example to understand. There are two companies, A and B. A also preparing pizza, B also preparing pizza. Both use nearly similar recipe. We'll assume A and B, all of them are nearly using recipe. But A is telling, all right, we'll deliver it within 20 minutes or free. They have something above than B. Now, if both are having same price, same quality, and same thing, now you have an option to choose A or B. Now, what you are going to be select, A or B? Which company? Which pizza? Pizza from company A or pizza from company B? No idea. Sleepy. All right. Which company, A or B? Both having same recipe, same price, same quality, everything is same. A is having a trusted or given word within 20 minutes or free. That means if the pizza is not delivered within 20 minutes after completing the preparation, we'll give it free of charge. A, yes, A, all right. Company A, all right. So now we can understand, right? So it's something additional than B. This kind of implementation or this kind of a concept is known as competitive advantage. Two or more companies are producing same thing, but there is something advantage. something else extraordinary. There's a small difference between ordinary and extraordinary. What is the small difference? The difference is extra. Something you have done extra. This extraordinary work makes this competitive advantage. It might be a service, it might be product differentiate, it might be implementation, or it might be service, or it might be quality, it might be customer support, some method. Due to this competitive advantage, you're supposed to go to places and purchase things. Apply to your life and check whether it's that true or false. There is some advantage. As an example, if there's a supermarket, most of the places, some of people go to one supermarket because of the parking space. They are telling, all right, it's very convenient for me because I can park my vehicle easily than the other supermarket. Or it might be having big discounts daily basis. Competitive advantage. It competes the other businesses. Or the product quality. It has high quality products. Price might be little bit up. It might be 1% or 2% up than the normal, but the quality of the product is too high. All of these are confirming there's a competitive advantage. You can compete your customer. Apply to your assessment too. Got it? Apply to your assessment too. Then you can compete your fellows around you. There are more than 125 students in this class, so you can compete your friends. I'm telling like for fun, right? Don't try to compete your badges. Try to compete your badges mentally, not physically, with the skills. With the skills, right? Not with the words or anything, with the skills. There's a competitive force model known as Porter's competitive force model. We'll quickly go through with this. There are 5 laws are there. The first one is threat of new competitors. The first component is the threat of new competitors. Now, I'll give an example to you. Time back, the software development was focused on only specific set of companies. They developed products and share among the customers. That's it. But nowadays, lot of startups are there. But once it comes to a startup, there are a lot of pressure. Like registration or any other legal factors, non-disclosure agreements, country level issues or financial barriers in country, the transactions. I'm not sure what are these rules and regulations, but I'm pretty sure, right, there are some rules and regulations for these things. So all of these are creating a pressure for the threat of new competitors. There's a pressure. If the competitors, a new competitors pressure is high, what would be happen? You have to think about this. The second one is bargaining power of the suppliers. If there are a lot of suppliers who are supposed to supply the same product or service, then we don't want to worry too much, because they can't recall. They can't come out from the others, because there are a lot of suppliers are there. If there are a lot of suppliers, we don't want to worry too much. If there are rare suppliers, then we have to worry a little bit, because the power of the suppliers are high. If there are a lot of suppliers are available, the power of the suppliers are low. Similarly, the power of the bargaining power of the customers or the buyers. If there are a lot of customers, if one customer is losing, it's not a problem, but it's a problem for a business. But it's general sake, if there are less customers, then it's a problem. Right? The threat of substitutable products or services. There are a lot of substitutes available. Products that provide similar kind of solution. As an example, if you take Zoom, there are a lot of competitors available, including Google. All of these competitors provides video conferencing services. Microsoft, Google, all of these are providing. There's a competition in here. The existing firms, the majority of the industry. Now, what happens in here? There are a lot of competitors there, existing firms in the industry, already implemented, already they are doing the business. There's another force. So these force models, these force features are pressing every time. Bargaining power of the customers, threat of the substantial products, power of the buyers, right? The competing organizations. Your organization is getting into pressed from everywhere. The only thing is you can pressure them and they are pressuring back. Apart from that, everyone is going to pressure you people. All right, this is the Porter's competitive force model. Very simple thing. There's no any much complex thing. It's very basic thing. It's not something weird or hard to understand. Very basic things. The threat of the new competitors, bargaining power of the suppliers, bargaining power of the customers, the threats of the substitute products and services, then reliability of the among the existing firms, which are implemented currently. Okay. All right. I was planning to give 10 minutes for this value chain, but that's fine. You can understand this later on your free time. If you have any questions, you can ask now. No questions? No questions to even to ask. I can't understand anything. Is that so? Too boring, sleepy? Next day we'll do a small practical too. I was planned to do it today, but I was waiting to connect me. There was a power outage, so no internet finally. I was thought still the system is not allowed me to access, but actually something else. So it's my fault somehow. Anything else to discuss? Everything is clear. If something you need to clarify, no worries at all. You can drop an email or give a call. I think you have my phone number. You have my email address too. You can contact me. I can, whatever the stuff, how much the extent that I can help you, I'll help you. All right, if you don't have any questions, thank you for attending the lecture. We'll meet next week. See you, bye. Any questions you have? There are 14. Do you have any questions? No.